mean, real quick, my parents, I think, have been now married for 32, maybe 34 years. And I think that's great because the relationship clearly, it was what it was supposed to be if you can stand the test of time and be healthy. But they also both were married and divorced prior to meeting each other.
Okay.
So I didn't live through any of that, and I never experienced any of that. But the reasons why divorce today is so, it's so common is probably because of exactly what we were just talking about before, how everybody wants it now.
So many options.
And there's so many options.
Immediate
so
gratification.
if you can meet right away, you can find something that seems amazing in the moment. We're doing everything now. We're doing everything fast. So why not just get married if we're having so much fun? And then there's so many options. So now it's so easy to just be like, all right, well, we'll just divorce and I'll just go get married again real quick to somebody else. So.
And we're having kids before marriage now. So it's like,
way before.
So why even get married now?
People got married younger without kids, and now people don't get married and have kids way younger.
Yeah.
Armand, people don't even marrying the right people though. They just get married just for a status thing. They don't even like the person. I know people that's getting married, and I know the marriage ain't gonna work, and they ain't walking down the aisle yet. But I already know myself that this ain't gonna work. You're just looking from the outside in. But I think people are really focused on people are not complete themselves, right. And they're looking for somebody else to complete them. And that's the problem.
Right. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth, man. Like people, I think my number one factor to that is people are making horrible choices. They're making bad selections. Like you said, they're doing it for a status. They're doing it, maybe because this person's going to complete me, or maybe even a challenge.
Or they're just doing it because, maybe out of a group of friends, five friends, 4 of them got married, and the 5th one's just like, I just got to get married just because all my friends are married.
Right.
Just a reason to do it. Yeah.
So I think that's the number one over everything, honestly, from what I see, just my experiences. Armand too, we did the social mediocrity podcast with my little cousin, and you remember how we were saying how like it's so hard for her. She's 21, 22 now, and it's like everybody's got fake body parts. The goal is to look perfect, and she's like, okay, like is this what we're doing? Like,
right.
I said that before. I don't think it really affects men. I think we kind of in the good lane, but I feel for women, because women, regardless if you say you're not into that, you still it's considered competition because we all see it. Right. I mean, you may not be competing with women, may not be competing with each other, but it's harder on them than it is for a man. Because a man, if another guy do something, it's irrelevant to me. And if you look a certain way, it don't mean anything to me. But when these women are constantly trying to get the perfect waist with the perfect chest, the perfect legs, perfect hair, and then they all compete against each other. So I couldn't be a woman because I'd probably be right in that little rat race with everybody else. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I'm not a woman, but I would think that getting online, you'd probably be more self-conscious. Just what you see, online, with this beauty, what beauty in society, is forced upon young ladies. I see it with my students. They only in 7th grade, but they're so influenced about how everything looks and how boys look at them.
It's going to be terrible.
They're so young, they worry about everything looks on how they critiquing themselves to the point where they don't even want to eat at lunch because they don't want to gain weight. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, man. Josh, you want to weigh in on that? I mean, I think that it is a way out from a woman's perspective, but Armand, you do have a good point where it's still kind of affecting them because it's other women doing it. So even if you stand alone as a woman and say, you know what, I'm just going to do what I do, be healthy, and whatever that means to me. But you still have all these other women right here. Just it's still affecting the womanhood.
Yeah, it is. I mean, to be honest, I think since I met Rob, I really stopped caring about how many likes I had, and I mean, I still obviously care about myself and I still want to look good, but when you're on Instagram as a single woman in your 20s, mid-20s, early 30s, I think it's really hard because it's you look at your friend's page, you look at your coworker's page, and it's like they're all done up, they're wearing certain outfits, they're getting so many likes, and it's like literally like you feel like your self-esteem is going down because it's like, oh my god, she got 110 likes and I got 10 likes. Like, what is wrong with me? Why aren't I getting this many likes? And it's like, I gotta follow more people, I gotta find more people, I gotta start liking more people's page. And it's like,
how do you get more likes?
And I mean, you get more likes if you wear,
She's respecting herself, so people ain't gonna like that. When you respect yourself in pictures, who's gonna like that?
If you follow the rest of those girls, you get more likes dressed and scandalous, and the reason you didn't get more likes is because you didn't act like that.
Yeah, but I think, I think being single, it's just hard because it's like, you are looking for somebody, but you have to kind of stay in that competition and be like, all right, well, hopefully if I really get done up tonight and dress really good, like, I will find that one person. But then you look around you and you're like, oh my god, everybody's so dressed up and so done up and keeps like going above and beyond. It's kind of like, when is it going to stop? Like, when do you feel like you always have to compete with the people around you?
Maybe you think we part of the problem, like men?
Absolutely.
Because I'm criticizing it, but honestly, I'll be online like, damn. I'll be feeling it myself like, damn. And so, so I guess we're egging it on. I don't tell them that,
right.
But me liking the picture is basically saying that.
Right.
I agree, bro. Like, honestly, I don't like fake butts.
I don't like fake.
You already know how I am. We don't take that.
I don't do that, and I mean, this is just me speaking now. I don't like fake hair. If you got implants, like I can see if you had some type of like breast structure, like a problem when you were a child or something, and you wanna enhance that. But other than that, I'm not down on that stuff. If you get to the point where you don't look like, you don't favor your grandmother, you don't favor your mother, you don't favor your brother because you shape shift your face in some other, nah, I'm cool. Like, we can't even tell where your lineage came from.
Right.
Because you look like the wall. Like, nah, man. So, and I'm not as vocal. Like, I'm vocal about it. People in my cipher, people I'm personally dealing with. But I'm not going to, blast that on social media. But I think a lot of guys, man, they don't even care. Like, they probably haven't even thought about that. Like, well, yeah, sure. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they probably just like, man, it just looks good. Like,
I think that's the general consensus with the men. Like, they think, oh, like, summertime is coming. That means I'll get to see body parts. Right. And women think, oh, summertime's coming. I get to wear this cute sundress or this cute skirt or my booty shorts. They don't understand. Like, what they see getting promoted is that clothing. Like, when you look at the Kardashians, how many people follow the Kardashians? How many people follow the people that aren't setting examples for the girls that want to look like them and act like them and be like them? And then they go out in the regular world where guys aren't, where you don't have the money to have the power over everybody around you. Guys are just eating that up. They're just going to take advantage of it.
I'm going to say this is just wrong. Like, fake lips is just wrong. Why do you want that? Why do you want your butt to look like two basketballs? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But I know I do. To answer your question, Armand, I do think men are feeding it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? A little bit. I mean, it depends. Because
not more than women are indulging in their own selves.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But the problem is
like when I go out, I want to see attractive women. Like, so I understand. Like, even I'm looking online. So, I mean, I'm a man, though, so I ain't apologizing for that. But I think that we play a role in it, and it's not just women, because
we play the role of the bad guy for being.
Sorry about that. That's what we play. Yeah, but I think you play a big role in that, because women are kind of responding to what we're looking at. I think so. If a lot of women know a lot of men are attracted to Kim Kardashian, they're going to try to do what she's doing.
I think some of that too is this is some media brainwashing, though.
It is.
Because because look at, like, in a way, man, I kind of don't really like the way Kanye and Wiz Khalifa. I'm not saying that they're bad people. I don't know these guys, but you got certain people that are putting these women on pedestals. And then the guy, so a natural guy saying, "Wow, if Kanye, if that's what if that's beauty to Kanye, then I guess that's the best part of a woman I need. You know what I mean? Or Wiz Khalifa or whoever.
Yep.
And it's just like, all right, man, but that's just my feelings on that. And I think a lot of these guys, they're not really like we said back in the day, like they not really doing true game. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, if this is what you say, this is appealing, then this is what I'll show up with tonight. Instead of just really kind of just liking somebody for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because it's like, I don't understand some of them entertainers, especially the males, and you bringing everything to the table. A lot of them, the women they dealing with, not bringing anything to the table, but just like looks and sex.
Right.
So it's like you can do. That's why I think Jay-Z is like the perfect example of somebody who mastered the game, because he actually went with somebody that's on his level, that's actually bringing a lot to the table, just as much as him. Like, how many Amber Roses can Kanye West find?
Exactly.
Or how can he find? He can find millions of them. They can't find a million Kanye West with them.
Exactly.
Or Wiz Khalifa. You know what I mean? They can't. But you can find a million of them. So I don't understand why you even settle for that.
Definitely, bro. So let's spend a little bit of time on we talked about marriage, but I think we kind of got like drifted off. So let's spend like a little 5-10 minute segment just on like marriage, and do you guys believe in that concept, and where are we going? What does our future hold as far as marriage is concerned?
Well, personally, I believe in it because I see the example I saw the example every day from my parents, and I think that's a big reason why my brothers and I are very successful, and my older brother is married, and my younger brother is getting married, and I'll get married when I'm ready, and respect that union, so my kids will know, where they dad at and where they mom at every single night, and they in the same house. I want to do that because I knew how beneficial it was for me. So I know society is like kind of pushing it to the side, but personally, I'm never changing that. I'm going to be, my grandparents were together 63 years. And my mom and dad 40-something years now. So I just got to carry on that tradition. I think it works. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not knocking nobody else's view. You know what I'm saying?
Salute. I'll chime in. I know Kelsey wants to say something. So my parents were married up until I was 9, and my mom got divorced. And, it was a good thing because the relationship it deteriorated. It wasn't healthy anymore. And my mom she did me good service by getting out of that relationship at the time. Later on, like I regained my relationship with my father.
That's good.
But no, like, they say that the very pivotal years of a human being is from 0 to 5. And I believe that wholeheartedly, especially like being a psychology major and working with children, and Kelsey and I did similar work in social work, and you just see, whether you're married or not, the impact of two parents together parenting a child is priceless. I mean, it has such an effect. I mean, the dad could be remedial, can't read, maybe don't have a job, but if he's there, that says so much to that child, and vice versa for the woman.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my sense on that. So I do agree in the concept of marriage.
Yep, I definitely agree. I mean, I think just to talk a little bit about me, like when I was growing up, my parents, fought, and it was kind of like hard to be around, and then when they got divorced, I was, a teenager. So, I read an article this one time, and it said like the way a woman loves when her parents had a divorce is way different than the way a woman loves if their parents didn't have a divorce. And it's so true. Like, when you've seen that, when you've been through that, you just love so differently. And it's not that you don't love as much, you just love differently. Like, you're more set back, you're not, your emotions aren't completely vocalized because you're afraid to get hurt. And you always have that feeling of like, okay, if I say the wrong thing, if I do the wrong thing, what may happen? And I want to be so careful of like, not messing up this relationship, because some people might just have it in them and they're like, okay, whatever, I don't care if I get divorced. But then there's other people like, I saw what it was like, I don't want to go through that. So it's like you're going to do everything and anything not to do that. So it's hard either way.
I think my mom saved me from that, because had she stayed in that relationship, I probably would have grew up scorned Like I'm never getting married.
Right.
I'm not gonna be like my parents fighting back and forth.
Right.
My